Hi, my name is Tori and I am with the EastCo company and we are doing Romeo and Juliet Act 4 Scene 1 in modern day high school.
On Thursday, sir, the time is very short.
My father Capulet will have it so, and I am nothing slow to slack the haste.
Now, you say you do not know the lady's mind. Uneven, of course. I don't like it.
Admire me, she lose her tones death, and therefore have I little talk for love, for Venus smiles, not in a house of tears. Now, sir, her father counts it dangerous, that she do give her sorrow so much for sway and his own wisdom hates our marriage to stop the inundation of her tears, which too much minded by herself alone may be put for her society. Now do you know the reason for haste?
I would not know why it should be slowed. Look, here comes I leading towards myself.
Happily met, my lady, my wife.
That may be, sir, when I may be a wife.
That may be, must be next love on Thursday.
What must be shall be. I shall confess to you.
Do not deny to him that you love me.
I will confess to you that I love him.
So we are sure that you love me.
If I do so, it will be in more price, being spoke behind your back.
Poor soul, not so much abused with tears.
The tears have got small victory by that, for it was bad enough for their spite.
Thy wrongs more than tears with that report.
No slander, sir, which is a truth, and what I speak it to my face.
Shut the door, and when thou hast done so, come weep with me. Past hope, past cure, past help.
Ah, Juliet, I already know thy grief. It strains me past the compass of my wits. I hear that thou must, and nothing may prorogue it on Thursday. On Thursday, next be married to this count. It was me, Juliet.
Fear not, sire, that thou hear'st of this, unless thou tell me how I may prevent it. If, in thy wisdom, thou canst give no help, do thou but call my resolution wise, and with this knife I'll help it presently. God join my heart and Romeo's, thou art hands, and ere this hand by thee to Romeo sealed shall be the label to another. My true heart with treacherous revolt turn to another, this shall slay them both. Therefore, out of thy long experienced time, give me some present counsel, or behold, twixt my extremes and me this bloody knife shall play the umpire, arbitrating that which the commission of thy years and art could to no issue of true honor bring. Be not so long to speak, I long to die. If what thou speakest, speak not of remedy.
Hold, daughter, I do spy a kind of hope, which craves as desperate as an execution, as that is desperate which we would prevent. If, rather than to marry county Paris, thou hast the strength of will to slay thyself, then it is likely thou wilt undertake a thing like death to chide away the shame, that copeth with death himself to escape from it, and if thou darest, I'll give thee remedy.
Rather than marry Paris from off the battlements of yonder tower, or walk in thievish ways, or bid me lurk where servants are, chain me with roaring bears, or shut me nightly in a charnel house, or covered quite with dead men's rattling bones, with reeky shanks and yellow chapless skulls, or bid me go into a new-made grave and hide me with a dead man in his shroud. Things that, to hear them told, have made me tremble, and I will do it without fear or doubt, to live an unstained wife to my sweet love.
Hold then, go home, be merry, give consent to marry Paris. Wednesday is tomorrow night, look that thou lie alone. Let not thy nurse lie with thee in thy chamber. Take thou this vial, being then in bed, and this distilled liquor drink thou off, when presently through all thy veins shall run a cold and drowsy humor. For no pulse shall keep his native progress. Whistles cease, no warmth, no breath shall testify thou livest. The roses in thy lips and cheeks shall fade, to paly ashes, thy eyes, the windows fall. And in this borrowed lightness of shrunk death thou shalt continue 42 hours, and then awake as from a pleasant sleep. Shall Romeo by my letters know our drift, and hither shall he come, and he and I will watch thy waking, and that very night shall Romeo bear thee hence to Mantua.
Give me, oh tell not me of fear.
Hold, get you gone, be strong and prosperous. In this resolve I'll set fire with speed to Mantua, with my letters to thy lips.
Love, give me strength, and strength shall help afford. Farewell, dear father.
Co will portray Romeo and Juliet through a modern-day high school situation. Our acting company will incorporate religious symbols into our act to tie into the effect Christianity had on theater during the 14th century. For example, a rosary and other Christian jewelry will be worn during the making of the scene. In Act 4, Scene 1, Paris says, "Come to make confession to this father." Shakespeare references the importance of confession when disobeying your parents or someone with authority over you. This ties into my research by showing how important one's faith was during this time. Shakespeare also says, "If I profane with my unworthiest hand this holy shrine, the gentle sin is this, my lips to belching pilgrims ready to stand." He relates Juliet's hand to an honorable place like a shrine, and he speaks of pilgrims whose mission was to go on religious journeys. Another theatrical element utilized in Romeo and Juliet is the application of sonnets. In the 14th century, sonnets became a popular art form with poetry. Shakespeare's sonnets symbolize how deeply connected Romeo and Juliet were to each other and how their words flow into each other's. The practicing of lines and becoming familiar with them will allow our actors to seem connected to one another how Romeo and Juliet were. Through use of Christian references and sonnet utilization, Shakespeare stayed true and conveyed his age through his works. This insight is helpful because my acting company can conclude religion and the flowing of words to further connect with Shakespeare's star-crossed lovers.
You had a lot of crooks try to steal your heart. Never really had luck, couldn't ever figure out how to love.